It looks like the Bears have finally found their franchise quarterback, or have they? What's going on, y'all? 5 Sports Talk back at it with another video talking some NFL, talking NFL draft. So the draft was going pretty much as expected. Number 1, Cleveland Browns took Myles Garrett. Everybody expected that. There was some smoke screen. I'll get to that in a little bit. But then all hell breaks loose and the Bears trade up with the 49ers to the number 2 overall and take Mitchell Trubisky and effectively take their next franchise quarterback. Now, right off the bat, I do want to say one thing. I am a Bears fan. I am from Chicago, so I might be a little biased here, but I will try to be as objective as possible. Just wanted to throw that disclaimer out there. Next, I want to talk about a lot of people complaining about the Bears trading up for Trubisky. So they gave up, what do I have here? A 3rd-round pick, a 4th-round pick, and a 2018 3rd-round pick. That is quite a lot. But here's my argument against it, okay? This was a guy that could have possibly went number 1, okay? The Browns, even though everybody said Myles Garrett was the surefire lock player to take at number 1, he was going to be the most sure thing in this draft in terms of being a Pro Bowl player, in terms of being good and solid and great at the NFL level, and they were debating on taking Trubisky at number 1. Okay, so it's not like the Bears traded up to draft Deshaun Kaiser, okay? They traded up to get a guy in Trubisky whose stock kept rising day by day. GMs loved him, scouts loved him. A lot of people like Trubisky, and who knows, the 49ers, they need a quarterback too. They could have taken him at number 2, okay? So for the Bears to trade up, I'm sure they did their due diligence and research. Was this a lot to give up? Yeah. But who's going to be laughing in 15 years if Mitch Trubisky pans out to be a franchise quarterback? I'd be surprised. So that's all I'm trying to say here. For a quarterback, if Trubisky pans out to be a franchise quarterback, it was worth it. And to that, we just have to wait and see. Look, I just want to say one thing. It's very easy, if you follow the Bears, to know that the Bears have virtually no history of drafting quarterbacks, developing quarterbacks, or have any successful quarterback history. Jay Cutler is the best quarterback in Bears history, arguably, for crying out loud. He's got all of the Bears quarterback records, so it's not a rich history in quarterbacks. And so the thing here that I like, and I'm just going to say that GM Ryan Pace taking this new philosophy of it, you won't know until you try, right? So at least the Bears are trying. And hopefully Trubisky pans out. But I'm saying even if he doesn't, the fact that they are trying to get their quarterback and they are trying to understand that, look, if you want to win in this league, you have to have a franchise quarterback. And we want to start with our rebuild with a franchise quarterback. That is what I like about this. So, again, yeah, was it a lot to give up? Yeah, but if Trubisky pans out, it was all worth it. Now let's get to Trubisky on the field and what he brings. Scouts liked him for a reason. His stock kept going up for a reason. Trubisky is an accurate quarterback. He's pretty good in the pocket. He's got a great release, and he's pretty mobile. So accuracy is the biggest thing I look for in a quarterback, and he's got it on short and medium throws. He's pretty accurate. A lot of people say his weakness is the deep ball, but again, we had a guy in Jay Cutler who was great at throwing the deep ball. Look where that got us. I'm just saying. And then, of course, his lack of experience. So he only played, 13 games, started 13 games his last year at North Carolina. And I'd get it. Deshaun Watson has all the big game intangibles. He's played in the biggest games, and he's got all that experience. But again, this is the NFL. College experience and college success doesn't really always translate to NFL success. So Trubisky has all of the raw tools, and he's a better raw prospect, which is why his stock kept rising. And I believe he's going to be good in the NFL. Like I said, he's got the prototypical QB body. He looks like a quarterback, and he's got all of the tangible assets of a quarterback. And I don't see anything lacking in terms of intangibles. Now, for the Bears, they do have Mike Glennon, but here's what I expect to happen. They're going to give Trubisky all of the time to win the starting job. I'm not saying he's going to win it, but remember when the Seahawks drafted Russ Wilson, they had signed Matt Flynn that year. They let him compete for the job, and they had all intention of starting Matt Flynn, but Wilson just beat him out in training camp, and he started. Trubisky's going to have his shot to beat out Mike Glennon for the starting job, and let's see if he does it. But even if he doesn't, he can sit behind Glennon, learn for a year or two, and then he can be thrown into the mix. So that's the plan for the Bears, and you know what? I'm all for it because, you know, it's been a while. I get it. They could have been safe and drafted Solomon Thomas or Jamal Adams or any of these defensive studs, but it was time for a new philosophy, And I'm glad the Bears took this approach. Like I said, who knows if it pans out, but if it pans out, big things coming for the Bears. Let me know what you guys think about the Bears taking Mitch Trubisky. A lot of negativity around this pick. I'm not so negative about it. Leave a comment down below, and as always, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.